Did you end up starting your recording or no? Not yet.
No, yeah. It's been recorded.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this interview. I hate you so much. Literally, nowhere to lie. You and Ross are the only ones who have done this to me. I think. Actually,
I don't know what you expected.
You're right. I think Flora also did it, but I think it was maybe a little bit unintentional. I don't know. I hate you so much.
Okay, take two. Take two.
I hate you.
Take two.
Yes. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this interview podcast. What are you doing? You're gonna give me an aneurysm.
I definitely did that one on purpose.
I had a feeling you were gonna go twice. I had a feeling. I would not be surprised with a third. You're stressing me out. You got sick for the weekend we're supposed to actually record, and now you have me recording later in the night, and it's goddamn stressing me out. All right.
Okay, I'm good. Well, actually, I'm not gonna. I still have food in my mouth.
Oh my god. Fine. The intro gives enough time.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this interview podcast. I'm your host, Sinterview, and this interview is where we bring a content creator or just someone in general and interview them, pick their brain about what they do and whatnot. So today we have a VTuber who lives on Twitch, who gets nothing but cozy vibes and plays a variety of games like Mario Kart, all the way to Genshin, all the way to Phasmophobia. We have MissVVItch.
Whoa.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm absolutely stressed from you. That's what.
It's fine.
You know, it's just a regular thing between us. You stressing me out. He, she, we. You know.
It's on brand for me to ruin podcast recordings.
Yeah. You probably mess up a lot of the EG podcast when that was going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What I want to know right now is how many takes of the Left Behind podcast took, or did you go or were you just like a good girl at that point and just be like,
I was very good behavior because I didn't know those people.
You know what, that's fair. If I ever get asked to be on there, which maybe Flora can pull some strings if they ever do Pokemon or something, or COD, I don't know. But Flora, please help me. Get me on.
Yes. COD. Yes. A very story-driven game.
I mean, there is story to it. All the Modern Warfare Call of Duties and the Black Ops one both follow their own different storylines. Crazy enough.
Yes, very story-driven.
It is very story-driven. Just people don't care about the campaign. So I guess I should just let you quickly introduce yourself. So just do that.
I didn't come prepared.
Well, that's rough, huh? Isn't it? It sucks to be put in the hot seat, isn't it?
Hi everybody. I'm MissVVItch or MissVVItch. I stream on Twitch on the weekends sometimes.
Good job.
I play a lot of. I'm very passionate about farming and otomes
and gotchas. Very good introduction. I'm so proud of you. Honestly, I think my introduction of you was a lot better. not to flex or anything, but I wrote mine out in like the span of like 2 minutes.
It's weird because it's like, oh yeah, content creator, and I'm like, I guess I technically make content, huh? Don't I?
I mean, in my introduction of you, I didn't necessarily say you were a content creator. I just said you live on Twitch. Never said you did anything good about it.
The first time you said content creator.
Yeah, because that's what this interview is. We grab like content creators or just fellow degenerates like yourself, and we unfortunately have to give them a platform.
So true. I deserve it.
True and based.
I need a platform.
I feel like one of my favorite games is probably like Stardew Valley because of like the whole like farming simulator enjoyer thing, right?
So true.
How many times have you actually completed or like played through Stardew?
Mm, I guess it depends what you consider completion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I usually complete the community center, which is I think like the main goal of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I usually complete that. How many times? I'd still probably say like less than 10. Usually like I boot up and I just play.
You boot up and you just farm. You don't care about the actual objective.
No, I do it. It's just I don't. My stints of playing it sometimes don't always last long enough to finish out the community center because it's like you play it 24 hours a day for like a month straight and then you're done.
I'm actually shocked that Animal Crossing kind of died out really quick too for a lot of people.
Yeah. New Horizons is kind of ass.
Just to put it lightly, it's not good.
It sucks. Nintendo basically like dropped DLC and said we're done with this game. See you later. And it's kind of a game that needs like support.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because there's a mobile Animal Crossing game that regularly gets updates and support and is very popular, but they don't support their actual physical game that in the same way.
Yeah, I think I downloaded it like once or something like that just to like give it a shot, but I very quickly, just as fast as I installed it, I uninstalled it.
Yeah.
I like this
Yeah, because I
boring.
remember playing it when it first released, and that was kind of like it. As any mobile game, it's like, yeah, you drop off after after the hype.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's honestly not too many mobile games that I do play nowadays. If I open my phone, like I have like a handful that are installed, but I just don't touch. Pokemon Home's one of them, just because I don't really play much Pokemon anymore. Pokemon Go, which I actually just recently logged back into it just to like see what's going on. Pokemon Master is like if there's something cool that I can try to summon with like whatever gems it gives me for logging back in after a couple months. I don't know why I have the PewDiePie VTuber simulator game on here. I don't remember. I think it was because I needed something to do offline.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and Candy Crush recently got into Marvel Snap, and my bread and butter is still Dragon Ball Z.
You have a lot more games installed on your phone than I do. Where's if I Okay, I have to find my phone real quick.
Yeah.
On my phone, I have Genshin Impact just to. Oh my god.
What is that?
That I had Ben's stream open on my phone, and I guess it's like.
Oh, thanks, Ben. Thanks for ruining the podcast. Always finds his way in.
I have Genshin Impact just to like on days that I can't get on my computer, I can open it real quick and grab like my daily grabs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have an otome called is it just called Darkness? Yeah, I think it's just called Darkness. I think it's like probably like Darkness Ikemen or something. Another otome called Secret Crossing, and then a third otome called Tears of Temis, which is by the same publishers as Genshin, Hoyoverse,
Mm-hmm.
and is of course a gacha. I've been playing that one for almost 2 years now.
Was that the one that had the cute boys or whatever it was for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do remember you like Discord streaming like just like a few of like the multis on it, and I was like, this is so not my game.
Yeah, there's tons of I mean, there's like 4 boys, and you're dating them.
Oh my god.
Well, you date like one, but I
Yeah.
date all of them.
Yeah, you
'Cause
got
I
you got to be
chill.
dating all of them. Come on.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, come on.
I definitely have a favorite, but
Of course, everyone's got to have some sort of favorite, especially if there's you, you can't equally love them all. It's just like having more than one child. I love you all equally. We all know that's a lie.
that's
You
not
have
true.
a favorite.
It's BS. Yeah,
There is no way
everyone
that
has
you
a
don't.
favorite kid.
Exactly. There's no way that you don't actually have a favorite kid.
I have a favorite boyfriend.
Yeah. and it's not even the one that you live with.
Cut that.
All right.
If he hears that, I'm in trouble.
I don't know if you're actually wanting me to cut it or not.
Nah, I'm mean.
Okay. Because like I didn't know like if that's right.
He'll beat me.
I guess he was bro.
He'll beat me if he hears that. He'll take away my autonomy, man.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. I don't condone domestic abuse.
Okay, good. I would hope not.
I'm in a very healthy, happy relationship. We're fine. I'm okay. Don't send help. Don't call the police.
But anyway, speaking on the gacha game stuff, I'm kind of curious on how much money have you blown on Genshin or just gacha games in general? I'm gonna hit you with the hot questions.
Literally, I don't know how much on Genshin because I can tell you just how much this week alone. There's a new character. There's a new Genshin update, a beefy update. You know, more map unlocked, new character dropped, and this character is the husband. Okay, he is the husbando of husbandos.
And there's a new husbando.
Oh yeah. And this one's like my premium top shelf husbando. Like I love this man. Okay.
Oh my god.
So naturally, I had to get him as soon as he released, and he just released on Tuesday, and I dropped a tasty $200 on that man alone. He also has like every 5-star character has like a specialty weapon, like a weapon kind of built to be really good with their kit.
Mm-hmm. You have that maxed out, don't you?
No, I didn't even max it out. I spent $400 just to get the weapon.
Oh my god.
This week alone, I spent $600 on Genshin, which, to be fair, is the most I've ever spent in like a sitting.
All right, so here's a better question that they could probably answer. How many zeros do you think you spent on Genshin?
At least 4. Wait. No, at least 3. At least 3. I don't know if I'm quite at the 4 range yet.
You're probably
like,
edging it.
Yeah.
But now for gacha games in general.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I've hit that 4 range.
Yeah.
Because I think I did the math on my my Otome one through Hoyoverse, because they actually keep track of it through like a point system. Because they actually have a system where if you spend money, you can actually still get rewards through spending money.
Yeah.
And so it kept track of it, and I calculated it up one time, and it was like $2,000 in like a year.
Oh my god, in a year. That's actually kind of nice.
On my Otome. And I think it refreshed, so I probably am closer to that one, like 1,500, I would probably say. I've cut back on that one just a smidgen bit, because there's been less events and stuff. But...
Yeah. I'm trying to think, because I know that I've spent money on my Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle game. I think I probably blew like a couple hundred throughout like the years, but I think I hit a point where I blew like $150 on it at one time for one specific banner. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was probably like a Gogeta Vegito banner or something. I have no idea. I can't remember. But then I was like, wow, I just blew all that money and still didn't get it. I guess I'm done spending money on these games.
Yeah, I feel that. I got pretty much... The Genshin thing is because I got really bad luck. Because a lot of gacha games, you know, if you play a gacha, there's... After a certain point, you're guaranteed, like, a 5-star or SSR or whatever, you know? I basically... Genshin has a thing where if you once you hit that, if the first time you're hitting it on a limited banner... You're not guaranteed the banner character. It's a 50-50 for the banner character. And so I failed the 50-50.
How many times did you fail that 50-50?
Well, then you guaranteed it on the second one. It's the weapon banner. I failed
Ah.
twice on the weapon. I hit one 5-star weapon. It wasn't the one on the that I wanted. Threw another 100. Basically, threw another $100 and was like, ah, here it is, perfect. Failed the next. That one you have to hit it like 2 times before it guarantees it for you. I was so pissed.
Oh my god.
I spent way more than I wanted to, but it was, you know.
You kind of had to. Your
Yeah.
Genshin pretty much just forced your hand at that point.
Sunk cost fallacy. I spent this much. I have the money. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I got this extra money. Let's just
I
let's
want
just
this
spend it on
thing.
this. Let's spend
I
it
already
on
spent this
PNGs
much. I
and
might as well just go all out.
let's spend it on 3D models.
You know what? It wasn't for nothing though, because he's a goated character. So
I mean, I guess that makes
was,
it a bit more reasonable.
it's not like he's a trash character or he's mid. He's really good. So
Well, I mean, I'd hope like a new character wouldn't be like trash or like mid, especially if it's like, what was it, like the main thing that was on that banner?
yeah, well, not all characters are created equal in Genshin. Some are
Hmm.
better than others at like what they do. But
Okay.
he's like busted. He's like a broken.
So I also see you as like a movie and TV show kind of enjoyer.
Hmm.
So what are some shows that you've currently been watching and getting into?
Okay, so recently there's this challenge thing for the month of some like dude on Twitter posted it, and in you know how there's like all those dumb national holidays,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, it's National Donut Day or whatever. He pretty much put a thing to like make a challenge for like all of these like different national days. And so I sent a list to our good friend Chuck to make me a list for 31 days with like the prompted themes, and so I've been going through that recently.
Oh my god.
So tonight's movie, once we get wrapped up here, will be Up in the Air, which is like a romance movie, I think.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Has like George Clooney in it. But I've watched a lot of movies pretty much in the past month, and then I started a TV show called The Sandman by Neil Gaiman, who wrote he's an author, and a lot of his books have been made into shows at this point. He did Good Omens, which is on Amazon Prime,
Okay.
American Gods, which is on Apple TV. No, I think it's just on Stars. Uh, and so Sandman is another one of his novel to TV adaptations that I've been watching.
Okay.
Aside from like the huge chunk of movies, 'cause all the movies I've watched, we've done. Started off the month with Lost City of Z, did Moneyball, Office Space, Steve Jobs, Matrix, which was my first time seeing The Matrix.
Oh really?
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I'd never seen The Matrix up until that point.
I think I saw The Matrix like when I was like relatively younger. I don't remember really anything about it, but I know there's been constant memes about like the about being like red pilled and all.
Yeah, and so it was really interesting watching The Matrix for the first time with like the knowledge of like I think their names are the Wachowski sisters, but that it's like an allegory for being trans. So it was really interesting watching the movie like with that lens in mind, having like never seen it before. I watched an Indiana Jones movie for the first time.
I don't think I've actually watched an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, this was my first Indiana Jones movie that I watched. It was decent. It's okay. It's not bad. I mean, it's just like, basic, like, you could go play, like, Tomb Raider or something,
Mhm.
and get, like,
Exactly.
the same vibe as an Indiana Jones movie, except I'd argue it's, like, a little better, probably.
Yeah. And also Lara Croft is kind of hot. So
Yeah.
so it's like that one's just undoubtedly just it just knocks it like a little bit higher regardless.
Yeah, I've watched a ton of movies this month as part of this, like, challenge thing. I'm a movie aficionado now.
Yeah. You're the official VTuber movie connoisseur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's official.
yeah, that's you. And also, I believe the day that we're recording this, apparently that '90s show also just came out too.
Yeah, I think it just got put on Netflix,
Yeah,
if I'm remembering right.
yeah, it's on Netflix. Oh, I literally just heard on the radio that it was out today. I was like, I thought it wasn't out for like another week. So then I was like, well, I guess I need to. I might start watching that at some point because I feel like everybody that has seen at least a bit of that '70s show at this point.
Yeah, like I only know the like some bits and pieces from it.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mila Kunis is in it,
Yeah.
and that's it. And Ashton Kutcher.
I think one of the guys on there, I'm drawing a blank on his name. I think he played. No, he didn't play Kelso because that was Ashton Kutcher. The guy with the afro. I'm drawing such a blank on his name. But I believe he went to jail for like
Dog.
child stuff. I think.
Oop.
No, that's not Pog. Not very Pog.
Oh.
Oh. But
I take it back.
yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna get canceled.
I am going to upload that as a short completely out of context, and I'll make sure I put the Pog right after I say the children stuff. But
No.
but I believe that's what happened. I'm not 100% sure on the facts. I didn't really look into it too much. I just saw it. And also, do you watch the Circle? I know that they like those like reality show sort of stuff. I don't know if like how it's like the game show sort of side of it you are.
I watched the very first season they did of it,
Mhm.
and it's interesting. It's not enough drama or spice for me. Not enough trash. It's a little bit too mid.
Yeah, it's not like that like Love Island and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah. F Boy Island and
Yeah.
what's the other one? Which is so sad. F Boy Island got 2 seasons. They're not getting a 3rd season. So disappointed.
Oh my
Uh,
god. Too Hot to Handle?
no. Oh, there's a new one called MILF Manor.
I saw that was trending on Twitter. I was like, "What is this?" So then I clicked on it and I was like, "Oh, it's another reality show, but it's with hot moms and hot boys."
The spin of it is the MILFs, are dating a bunch of hot they're MILFs, they want to date hot young men.
Oh yeah.
But they all of the hot young men are the other MILF sons. All of their dating contestants are pretty
my
much like
God.
every MILF's son.
Bro, that is actually hilarious.
So it's like you're on this show with your kid and also like your co-stars' kids. You're trying to date your co-star's son. It's so freaking weird. There's a clip that I think Chuck shared it. I saw someone share a clip, and it's like one of the first competitions was to go up and like grope their bodies and try to figure out which one was your kid.
What?
And so it's like grope, like the neck, shoulder, and like ab, like because they're all built, of course. Grope their body, like figure out which one is your kid. And if you could guess correctly which was your kid, you got like a nice sweet to try to woo someone in or so whatever.
Oh my god. What's up with these like trashy TV shows, man?
Yeah, it was a little extra cursed.
Like didn't it like I'm pretty sure like I saw that it aired on like TLC or something like that, which
Yeah, it was TLC.
which I mean they also did 90 Day Fiance, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense, but like I feel like that show is a little bit borderline shouldn't even be on actual like cable TV.
Yeah, you definitely felt dirty watching it. It was like, ugh, this is nasty. This is incestuous.
Yeah, like this is putting like F Boy Island and like Too Hot to Handle and all that other stuff just higher up on there compared to like what shouldn't be on TV.
Yeah. At least like Fuckboy Island was like self-aware about what it was,
Oh yeah,
and it's like, these are a bunch of like hoes, and we're hoeing out in these streets.
yeah,
But this was something else.
yeah. I think Kate was watching Fuckboy Island or whatever it was. Um, she I think she told me like what the twist was at the end of I think one of the seasons. I don't remember which one. But it was like I guess it if people are planning on watching it, just skip it. I guess a little bit. I I'm assuming you saw both seasons, right?
Yeah, I finished out both
Okay.
seasons.
Apparently, it was like the girl decided to just take the money or something like that.
Y- Yeah, that's like the twist they give in the second season, where the
Yeah,
girls can choose to take the money if they want to. And one of the girls is like, "Yeah, I'm an F girl," and takes the money.
yeah,
And it's like, "You go, girl, empowerment." And I'm like, man, that poor dude, she strung along for weeks.
yeah. Like something like that. I'm like, oh boy, what a goddamn twist to that. I'm just shocked that there's like so many of those shows. Like I'm trying to figure out like what the first like style of like that sort of show was that got popular to make it become such a trendy thing to have trash reality TV shows. I'm really curious on which one
Definitely
that'd be.
probably started with like The Bachelor,
Oh yeah.
and then The Bachelor opened way for, I think, like Love Island. I feel like it had to have been Love Island because it's been
Mm-hmm.
going for a minute, and there's like
Yeah.
Love Island all over the world.
Yeah, true.
I feel
I'm
like it had, and then Love Island just opened it up for like a whole bunch of other stuff.
yeah, it had to have. Cuz like I'm trying to think of the shows like before that. Like there was obviously The Bachelor. Bachelor was like I feel like that's like an OG like dating show, reality show or whatever.
Hmm.
Do you remember Tila Tequila Shot of Love or something like that?
No,
I
I
Tila
wasn't an MTV kid.
you weren't?
No.
I knew of like the Tila Tequila one because I saw that like every now and then just on TV. And I think at the time I found her like slightly attractive, so I was more intrigued to just watch it
Yeah.
and just sit there through it. Um I know Holly D and Vinny I think had their show for a couple seasons, but I think the trashiest one that I could think of at that time would have been the Tila Tequila one. But I don't think there was anything super crazy beyond that until
You know,
I guess probably Love Island.
you know what? Thinking there was this one show I would see sometimes, and it was where like someone would be dating someone, like a chick would be dating this guy, and her parents didn't like the dude, and so her parent, like mom, would pick a new dude for her to date, and dad would pick a new dude for her to date. And she'd go on a date with like the two new dudes, and then like have to choose between her old boyfriend or starting a relationship with one of these two new dudes.
Oh my
That's
god.
probably pretty similar, where it's like the parents trying to cause drama and rifts in relationships.
That would be actually kind of funny. I think I actually remember on I think this was another like MTV sort of thing, but it wasn't it was semi like a dating show, but it was like one episode was like one girl or boy or whatever. I think it was primarily girls who were deciding,
Hmm.
but they'd be like, "Oh, I want someone who's similar to like let's say I'm just going to use this for an example because I do remember this episode 50 Cent. They're like, I want someone who who looks like 50 Cent, acts like him, yada yada yada. So then they
Uh
grab
huh.
so then they grab like three different guys or whatever, and like they go on like their date and all that other stuff. And I think at the end they have to like act out like his music videos or something like that. It was so weird.
That. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
mm,
MTV.
that's very MTV of them.
Yeah. I that was something that for some reason just sits in my head rent free every now and then. I but especially when it comes to like dating stuff, like that's just something that'll just pop in my head. I'm like, that was a thing that happened in my childhood. I don't know why it still stays there.
Yeah.
So I guess another question that I sort of have here for you is I know that you've been streaming arguably about longer than me, technically, right?
Maybe from the most technical point that I started very first streaming when I was like 19ish. But
I'll keep it a buck. I don't even know how old you are at this point, and I'm like, all I know is that you're younger than me.
well, that would be like 5+ years. It'd be like 7 years technically.
Yeah.
But I would like stream for a day and then like not
Yeah.
again for like months.
Yeah, so I guess in that case, I'm just wondering what actually got you back into streaming after like do after like I guess like that first little period. Because I know that you came back to streaming for like a good amount of time and then you just stopped again and then you came back as like the VTuber, I'm pretty sure. Or something along those lines, wasn't it?
Probably something along those lines. I couldn't tell you why I stopped or just fell off. I mean, honestly, it's probably just because I mean, I've always worked like full time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, while I streamed. Honestly, that's probably what it was. Is I had a period where I worked in a grocery store, and so I'd get off of work at like noon, and then I would stream for like I could stream for a couple hours, and like then I could just go to bed. And then I started an office job.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I had a really weird schedule for a bit at the office job, and I would work 10-hour shifts, but I'd have like 3 days off. And I was between like working 10 hours, I'd get off work, and me and my dad would go hang out at the bar because I'd get off at like 3 in the morning.
Nice.
And so we would go hang out at the bar for like an hour. Like we would always just go out at like pretty late at night because we got off at the same time, and so we would just hang out. And then the 3 days I had off, like I would use it to like hang out with Ryan or like do stuff that I wanted to do, and streaming just wasn't in that like priority set where it was like that's something I really wanted to like do. I wanted to spend time elsewhere. But really what kicked me back into streaming is like I probably just fell off because there's other things I wanted to do more, frankly. And I've always had like this love-hate with it back then. Just because like I've always been like because I used to stream with a webcam, and I don't like people commenting on how I look. Like I don't know. I hated it always being, especially as like a femoid on Twitch. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's always like tons of people that feel it necessary to come in and be like, "Oh
And
my
just
god,
criticize how you look and all
you're
that other
so
stuff.
you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful, milady." And I'm like, shut up.
Oh, so
They're even
Sims.
yeah, there's just always those, and it's like, or it's like, oh, you look fat.
Yeah.
Or it's like even like when it was just friends, and it's like, oh, you look so, and I'm like, don't comment on how I look. I don't give a shit. And then like having to feel like I have to put on this I have to look good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have to like, cause like I like. And this isn't me like trying to put myself down. I'm an extremely average looking person. I'm not hot. You know? Like if I'm not doing myself up, I'm not a looker, okay? Like that's just the short of it. And so it's like if I wanted to like feel like put myself out to a bunch of people on the internet, it's like I gotta do my makeup, and I'd have to do my hair, and I'd have to like wear a nice shirt. I'd have to like, do like get all dressed up. And it's like at some point it's like, fuck, I don't want to do all. I want to be comfortable. I just want to like play games. And so that's when I eventually just transitioned and just started playing with like webcam off. And what really got me back, I really derailed for a second. What really got me back into streaming was I got laid off in 2020. COVID pandemic stuff. It happened to like everybody. I
Yeah,
got laid off, and so I didn't have anything, like, I wasn't working. And I was getting unemployment, and it was really hard to find jobs in what I wanted to do, or like in my field. So I just wasn't doing anything for like a year and a half. Where like I was like, I can make it big. I could be a streamer. And so I just started streaming more because it's like I didn't have anything else to do. Why not?
yeah,
And that's where
exactly.
like the VTuber dive came into play, because around that time I also discovered VTubing. Like, because I had already been streaming without a webcam for like, I mean, a hot second. I didn't like streaming with a webcam on. It just, I didn't like people. I didn't like having to get ready to stream. I didn't have like people looking at me. I didn't like having to look at myself. I didn't want people commenting on my appearance.
You didn't want to have to like put on like a face or anything like that as well.
Yeah, and like you also have to like, uh, I mean, you understand. You gotta like visual reaction. And it's like you're very just self aware of like every little thing you're doing, and it was just it was a lot. And so I had already been streaming without a webcam for so long. I became friends with Gergak, who is someone you should get on your podcast, by the way.
Funny thing, I'm gonna stalk your story. So, no word of a lie, my original plan for this month was to get Gergak on. So, like, I had like a few DMs with him like before talking about how I thought I got shadow banned on TikTok as well or something like that. And he was like,
Yeah.
any idea on how it happened, yada yada. This was literally a day later. Not even it wasn't even a full 24 hours actually. If I'm looking at the times here, I asked him if he wants to be on my podcast, and he just ghosts me. So then nowhere. So I literally popped into his stream. I was like, "Hey, I DM'd you about something. If you could check it." And he's like, "Oh, I'm really bad with DMs." He still hasn't answered me. So instead, I sent him a naked Gardevoir.
Oh my god, what a bitch!
Yeah,
I hope
right?
he sees this. He never
He
will.
he won't.
But
Because I was like, he seems to have like some sort of like knowledge and but about like being like a content creator and stuff. Because like I've seen his
I
YouTube
mean,
channel.
he's been doing it for years. He's been
Yeah,
content creating for a long time.
yeah.
Like very legitimately. Like, and he was even on like a. Oh, I wish I remembered what it was. He did like video editing for like a decently sized like YouTube channel for a bit.
I could see him being a Game Grumps enjoyer, honestly.
Yeah, like it was like an animation channel where he was editing videos for him, and he even like had it, or he was doing voice acting for him or something.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was. If I could, I'd pull it up. But yeah, he's been doing it for a very long time. I think like even on his YouTube channel, he has videos from like 5 years ago.
Yeah. So,
Where he's been like making stuff.
anyways, back to your story. You ended up meeting Gergak.
Anyway, I became friends with Gergak, and Gergak had like this little PNG thing. And I became better friends with Ostino too, another derail. Ostino introduced me to Nanners. And that was like my first experience seeing like a VTuber. And I was like, funny cat girl. And then I met Gergak, and he used this like PNG that like, you know, when he talked, it like opened its mouth and like it like blinked and like stuff. And I was like, oh, let me go hit up his partner, who's the one that like did it for him, and like I want one, you know. And it was just like there wasn't, because obviously my VTubers now is like a character, right?
Yeah.
It was just like, make me a PNG of like, here's what my emotes look like. Just, you know, make me a little PNG of myself that I can use. And they were like, bet. And then just sent it to me. And like I used that for a hot minute, and then I was like, I want to be VTuber. And that's when like I went and I was like, okay, I have like a plan. And so I went and I got like art commissioned, a reference sheet of like my whole character. Which I mean still isn't too dissimilar just from like how my PNG of myself was.
Yeah.
Because it was just like the PNG was just like a pink hoodie, and like me, and my hair was, you know, green at the time.
It's not green anymore?
I mean it's like blue. It's mostly because the green just washes out, so it's like bluish. But I'm trying to actually grow out my natural hair. Different sidebar.
Wow, same here.
the character just kind of evolved into like this weird like character of me almost.
But as like a
And
witch.
yeah, and so it just kind of like now I'm virtual.
Now I'm a virtual gamer.
Now I'm just fake.
Now I
But it's
don't
just so
actually
much
exist.
easier than like having to sit there and like be a person.
Yeah, that honestly, that's 100% fair. It's actually like the same reason that I started doing my PNG stuff. Like, I wanted mine to, of course, just like yours, look similar to me, but I want it to look a little bit more realistic instead of just like a regular, like a standard old like anime chibi sort of esque
Yeah.
thing. So I told my buddy who I actually had on the podcast, Ozzy. I was like, "Hey, are you able to do this for me?" And he was like, "I've never done it, but I'll give it a shot." So I was like, "All right, cool." And seems to turn out okay. We still haven't done the blinking one yet, like the blinking images, but we'll get that done like at some point.
Eventually one
Yeah,
day.
yeah, exactly. I'm not really too stressed about the whole like no blinking thing right now. Maybe at some point if I make a pretty penny off of streaming or something, I don't know. But like maybe I'll get like a full rig. But I I remember talking with you about it like a little bit before, and you're like, oh yeah, it's a pretty penny.
Yeah, like my first ones, and granted, if it's like something you just want to dip your toesies into,
Hmm.
it's Nix, who's Gergak's partner, the one who's made a lot of rigs for me before.
Hmm.
Makes very affordable ones that are like great for just starting out. And then I like afterwards just like, yeah, I'm just gonna deep dive and spend a whole paycheck on this one that I have now, of course, obviously.
Yeah, I think she actually ended up posting on Twitter earlier today, if I remember correctly, because I think I follow her. She was saying that she wasn't doing like any more like the chibi style or something now.
Yeah, she's just going for a new style now.
Yeah,
She retired her older style, which is how most of mine look, and just going for a different look.
yeah, nothing wrong with changing the style.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess right now at this point we could get into one of the little games we have here. It's called One Has to Go. I pick three different options, typically under the same category, and you have to pick one that has to go. It's a pretty straightforward thing. Um,
Okay.
so the category is trash reality TV.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, it was the easiest one, honestly. So I picked on here. We have Love Is Blind, Too Hot to Handle, and Love Island.
Oh, that's so easy because I've
Is it?
never seen Too Hot to Handle,
Oh,
so
really?
that's gonna be the go.
Dang.
I love Love Is Blind so much. I could never just
I,
kill that one.
yeah, I'm actually shocked that you haven't seen Too Hot to Handle,
No, I haven't.
that one fits around like the same. It feels relatively similar to like the Fuckboy Island, but pretty much Too Hot to Handle is like get a bunch of hot influencers in, and they don't know that the more that they show affection with each other instead of actually trying to learn about the other person, they lose money from their total pool.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd probably like that more than Love Island because I
Oh,
think
you
Love
you
Island's
would
kind of boring.
you would love Too Hot to Handle, and
Oh, I'll have to look at it.
I think there's like a handful of seasons too. I believe I'm trying to think what I think it's Netflix. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
That might be Hulu.
I feel like all the trash TV is either on Netflix or something. I know up here we don't really have Hulu, but we have Crave, which has like the Hulu HBO sort of stuff. I think the only reason I actually figured that out was because I saw because like that The Last of Us TV show ended up coming out as well this past week, and
Hmm.
I was like, I'm in Canada, I don't know where to watch it. So someone told me that they believe it's on Crave, so I was like, well, maybe I'll watch it. I always have this tendency to want to start watching something, and then either I start watching it and stop, or I just don't watch it at all. There is never no in between.
That's what I do, where it's like if I can't watch a show like in a weekend, if I can't binge it, I'm never gonna finish it.
Yeah, it's one of the problems I have with shows that like come out like once a week. Like
Yeah.
the only thing that keeps me on top of shows is if I'm watching a show with Kate. Like, it's the only reason I kept up with the circle. I probably would have completely forgotten about it if she didn't remind me that the finale was today. Same with RuPaul's Drag Race. That season just started. I think a new episode comes out tomorrow. Um, I feel like there was some other ones that we were watching, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. Your VTuber looks so sleepy right now. It's kind of funny. It's either that or it's just completely ripped out of its mind.
There's because you have like different like the chair, like you could have different things you can clip on. There's
Okay.
one that I saw someone use, and I want to find it of like blitzed out eyes.
That would be so funny. And then just
I wanted to go find it so I can like equip it and be like,
and then just get like a smoke gif or something like that.
yeah.
But I mean, I guess we could just hop into another one of the segments we have here. I guess we'll do the Twitter Q&A because why not? We might as well get that one out of the way. So for anyone who's wondering, every single time I have a new guest on here, I always post on my Twitter at SynXRealize who the guest is and to leave questions. So if you guys want to do that, check out over there and just keep an eye out. Normally at the beginning or middle of the month, typically. But we only have one question, and it is from Paper Spock, who seems to always leave a question for most guests, I believe.
Less.
Shout out to Spock, dude. But his question is, what's been the most unexpected aspect of being a VTuber?
That's hard. Honestly, it would be how often I get memed on and told that I smell because I don't change my clothes.
True.
I only have one outfit, so I stink.
Yeah.
I haven't done laundry in months.
Dude, that would actually suck. Imagine just not being able to do laundry.
It's nasty.
That's amazing. Imagine just not even showering either.
It's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Never shower. I don't believe in it. Just like Ashton Kutcher.
Amen, brother. I still can't believe that was an actual thing that Ashton Kutcher was like, oh, no shower or something like that. I'm trying to remember exactly what the context was.
Literally said, I never shower. I like to roll in the mud as a bath. Not really. But more or less, he might as well have just said that. That's so nasty.
Yeah.
It's because everyone gave The Rock shit for saying he showers like 4 times a day. And they're like, oh, that's disgusting. And it's like, bro, he works out probably for like 8 hours out of the day. He probably like wakes up, jumps in the shower, works out for 4 hours, takes a shower, works out for another 4 hours, takes a shower, and just showers before bed because he's all over the place. Like, that makes sense for him.
I mean, like, you see how jacked the guy is. Surely he's working out more than probably like 1 time a day.
Yeah, like, it makes sense if he's showering that much. Honestly, he probably needs to, or else he'd probably stink.
Yeah. And especially, like, if he's, like, on set, like, doing a movie as well, he probably has to, like, shower. Yeah. Especially after, like, makeup and all that other stuff. Like, I normally try to shower, like, once a day. That's normally my go-to. I typically try to, like, shower at night now.
Yeah, usually I'll do, like, every other day, honestly. And it's because I work from home, so, like, I don't leave the house.
Yeah.
I don't leave the house the majority of the week, so...
Yeah, I find that's fair. I know that there's...
I'm like, I can be stinky.
I find typically with the, just, like, women that I talk to is that it's more common that they don't shower every day. It's more of, like you said, every other, at least. I don't think Kate even showers that often. But I actually remember on I think it was an event that Ludwig did. Foosley answered a question like how often do you shower? and she was like once a week or something like that, or like once a month, and I was like, "There's no shot."
That's gotta be a meme.
I
Like that.
I
That's
hope
nuts.
so. I hope so. Fuslie,
Imagine.
if you're actually watching this, which I really do doubt it, come on to the podcast. Explain yourself. Explain why you don't shower. I can.
Tell me, why you stink?
Why you smell like a baka? So, anyways, I guess we have one more segment that we can get into here. It's called Would You Rather. Obviously, if you've ever done Would you Rather's, you would know exactly what they are. But I grabbed them all from the good old r/Would You Rather.
Okay.
Because I'm lazy and don't want to think of them. Normally, I just go to like the top ones of like the month or whatever's hot.
Okay.
And I have two different ones. I did spend like a solid 15 minutes trying to find a good, like, not safe for work one, but they were all pretty lame. Because normally I like to throw in one of those, just like put people through a loop.
One raunchy one.
Yeah, one raunchy one just to put them through a loop. Like the best one that I was able to find for that was like, would you rather a 12-inch dick or a 2-inch one? And I was like, that's so lame.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's kind of a boring one because it's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. So the first one is, would you rather be transformed into an endangered animal or a celebrity?
That's actually really hard. Because it's like, it feels like, oh yeah, no shit, I'd want to be a celebrity. But it's like, when you really think about it, you have no privacy as a celebrity.
Exactly.
And it's like, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah,
but being endangered sounds so lonely.
Yeah, there's
everyone wants
like
to
handful.
kill you.
Yeah, like, ooh, big money.
Oh, but also you're right, big money.
Yeah. I find when, like, especially if it came to like being a celebrity, I don't even think that I could deal with it. It's like, there's just so much pressure into being like a celebrity. Like, even like a B-list or C-list or whatever. I find that there's just way too much pressure.
Yeah, because everything you do is like scrutinized under a microscope, and like all eyes are just constantly on you, like every second of the day.
Yeah, if you send one bad message, you're done. GG.
You got to be like on the top of your game all the time, but like the money. So I think I'm greedy. I'd still have to be I want the cash.
Yeah, you want the cash? Just stay inside. Screw it.
Yeah.
Stay inside. Never go on social media. Just call it a day.
Yeah, become a boomer celebrity.
Yeah. What wasn't that something that Selena Gomez did for a while? She was just like completely off of social media. I just didn't interact with people.
That's called just being in rehab.
True.
They're like, I'm taking a social media detox. It's like, okay, you're probably just in rehab or something right now.
No, you're in rehab, just straight up detoxing.
Yeah.
So I guess the other one here is, would you rather never need to sleep or have no negative effects from eating food?
No negative effects from eating food, easy. I like sleeping too much, one, but also like, I'd love if spicy food didn't make my ass hurt.
You know what? That is such a based answer.
I'd love to not have to immediately shit my pants after chugging a coffee. Like, easiest answer I've ever picked.
I would love not having to shit my pants after eating ice cream.
Who gives a shit about like food making you fat or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't want my asshole to hurt.
Yeah. I don't want it to feel like it's bleeding.
Also, imagine drinking like a whole venti Starbucks and not having to like shit an hour later, like immediately.
Bro, that was literally my life when I worked at Starbucks. Every hour I would have to be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Gotta take a
When I
big
used to
fatty.
work in the grocery store, because I worked at like 3 in the morning,
Mhm.
I would drink a Monster, and I would usually like drink it pretty quick. I'd be like done with it like before the first hour of my shift was through.
Pretty much
And like
shotgunning it.
like clockwork. I'd always have to shit at like exactly like an hour after, and I was like, God, this fucking sucks.
Is it literally just the caffeine for you then?
Yeah, it's just the caffeine just make me gotta, you know. And some things more so than others. Starbucks specifically, God, it makes me have to shit. But like, I have a Vietnamese coffee right now. That doesn't usually do it to me. Monster makes me gotta shit.
Maybe it's the amount of caffeine, possibly.
No, because the Vietnamese coffee is like super caffeinated.
Oh, okay.
It might just be like how it's processed, like the roasting method or whatever.
Yeah, it could be. I know that for me, I think I figured out the like my main thing is like the amount of like milk and all that other stuff and like my coffees and stuff. I find like regular just standard energy drinks don't really make me gotta go to the bathroom. Obviously it'll make me have to pee. Which also I when I was reading this Would You Rather, they actually mentioned that you wouldn't have to pee from like drinking stuff and all that, and I was like, word?
That's based, actually? True.
Dude, that'd
I
be
could be
kind of
so
fire.
hydrated. Hate having to go pee all the time.
Right?
Oh my god, you wouldn't have to ever shit again.
You would literally be able to be at the front of Human Centipede, and the people behind you will just starve instead.
I kind of like shitting though. I just don't want it to hurt.
That's something that I never thought I would hear from someone. I actually really like shitting. I just didn't want it to
I
hurt.
mean, it's like, you just feel so relieved after.
You know what? You're right. What's even worse is when you're just sitting there and you're like scrolling and you're just waiting for it to actually just do its thing.
How TMI can I get?
We'll see.
How
We'll see,
TM
guys.
how TM okay. So you know see, that happens to all of us. Sometimes it just don't want to come out. We have a bidet, right?
Oh, I actually kind of
And
want one.
so honestly, when you're having those moments when you can't pinch it out, shoot the bidet directly into directly into your butt. And it's kind of like a mini enema, and so it just comes out.
What is this? I cannot deal with you.
I'm just trying to help you. This is good advice.
Oh my god.
I asked before going off, okay?
You know what? Yeah. You know what? That's on me. I shouldn't have said go ahead, but you know what? Here we are. It's okay.
It works though, okay?
You might as well say hi to YouTube Shorts and TikTok.
Hi YouTube Shorts and TikTok.
Here we go.
Follow me at MissVVItch.
On which platform?
All of them. To learn more about my bowel movements.
What we need you to do is to go into her stream and Twitter DMs and just ask, do it fart.
With fart. Honestly, I'm not a very gassy person. That's not that TMI. I'm not that gassy. It's only when like if I'm holding back a shit, that's when I'm gassy. But like otherwise, I don't fart very much, honestly.
I fart a little bit too much.
I don't very often. My colon's clean.
A little colon cleanser, I guess. I think that's good for the podcast. I think that's good there. Thank you everyone who somehow managed to sit through all that toilet talk. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, go ahead. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe. If you guys are new, if you guys are watching or I guess listening on any anything like Spotify or Apple Music, go ahead, rate it 5 stars as well. It helps me out, puts me in that sweet algorithm because we love algorithms. Totally, yeah.
I love the algorithm.
we live for the algorithm, so please help a brother out. And I guess in the comments, let me know how your bowel movement is. Yeah. so spy or which I'm hyperventilating. So let's just go ahead, shout out your socials, all that other stuff.
You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at MissVVItch.tv. And that's it.
All right. Yeah. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. But on that,
Bye.
bye.